YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with yet another Washington football team video post game. And this game is solely on Ron Rivera. Solely on Ron Rivera. I don't want to hear no excuses for Ron Rivera or the coaching staff this game. This is solely on Ron Rivera. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, Kyle Allen plays a part in it too. Yes, he does. Yes, he do, I should say. But at the same time, he drove us down with a chance to tie the game up and go into overtime. And Ron Rivera, with his boneheaded self, goes for two. From the start of the play, I just didn't agree with the call. I was more a kick the PAT. If we miss it, oh well. But I was with kicking the PAT and going into overtime with a chance to win the game. And even if we don't win the toss, our defense able to stop their offense, who hasn't really scored that much. They came down in the red zone and we got an interception. But this is just a boneheaded mistake by Ron Rivera. Now, on that 2-point conversion, yeah, Kyle Allen had a way. He had it. He had a chance to run, but I don't know if maybe that Rams game, because it was an early play in the game where he had a chance to run too, I believe for a first down or maybe even a touchdown where he could have ran it in, or I think it was a first down where he could have ran, but he didn't. He threw it into Isaiah Wright, and it was incomplete. I believe it could have been for a touchdown or a first and goal, but he did it early in the game, nevertheless. He did it early in the game where he could have ran forward, put his body on the line, and possibly got a first down to score. And then here on the 2-point conversion, he had an alley to go. He could have scored it, or maybe even came close to scoring it. But at the same time here, I put it on Ron Rivera because you don't do that. You know your offense isn't that good enough. You know they're going to try to take away your best player in Terry McLaurin, who had a solid game today, torching the secondary with screens and a big pass on Bradbury across the middle. But you knew they were going to try to take away Terry McLaurin. And what did they do? They took away Terry McLaurin and they forced him to go to somewhere else. No one else got open, and then we were screwed. So just take your field goal and then go into overtime. Now, a lot of people are going to say we're tanking. I don't know. It possibly looks like that, but at the same time, you know how this division is. It's trash. I believe the Eagles have just lost 2. So, yeah, man, the division is open, but at this time, I'm not even worried about winning the division right now. Of course, I still want to win, but at the same time, I'm more heated after this game. Ron Rivera, this game is solely on you, and I don't want to hear anyone trying to defend head coach Ron Rivera. You know what I'm saying? Just take your point after and go into overtime. Now, let's get into some of this game. Dustin Hopkins early in the game to take a 3-0 lead. He missed the 54-yarder. He's been really horrible this off season, and I know the wind was rolling, but at the same time, you have to hit those. You know what I'm saying? And later into the game, Kyle Allen throws an interception. Or I believe that was early in the game, actually. He threw an interception, and I think we held him to 3. So he threw an interception early in the game, and then late in the game, he causes a fumble 6. He coughs it up, and they run it in for 6. But that is not even the problem here. Yeah, he gave up a fumble, but he came down and gave us a chance to win this game late. He came down, drove us down a beautiful deep ball to Cam Sims for a touchdown. You take your point after, and we're still playing right now in overtime. But instead, you go with a boneheaded move and go for 2, knowing your offense isn't that good and not good enough to convert 2. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even saying they're not good enough, but you get what I'm trying to say. We don't have enough firepower. All we have is Terry McLaurin, and they try to take him away, which they did, and we had no one else to throw the ball to. Yeah, like I said, I get it. I fully get it that Kyle Allen had a chance to run it in for a touchdown, but at the same time, you don't even put him in a predicament to do that. You take your PAT, we go in overtime, we win the toss. No, if we don't, okay, cool. We lose the toss, and we play defense. Their offense doesn't scare me at all. Their offense has not been that good. So I'm pretty sure our defense could have got a 3 and out to get the ball to our offense. On the other side, we win the toss. Kyle Allen just threw a beautiful touchdown pass to Cam Sims. You take your PAT going to overtime with the momentum, and we win the toss. He goes down and possibly wins the game for us. Oh, or he goes down, we kick a field goal, and we get a stop to win the game. But Ron Rivera, He tries too hard to live up to this name, Riverboat Ron. When it works, it's so good when it works. It feels so good when it works. But when it loses, you're screwed. Man, I'm heated, man. I really am. If you wanna see my more raw emotion and reaction to the game, go to the stream that I just finished doing and go to the end to that 2-point conversion. I'll probably leave the timestamp in the description. You can go to that and you would see how more angry I am in the stream than I am right now. But like I said, man, this game is on Ron Rivera. Now let's get to some of the good points of the game, where I really just don't. I hate taking moral victories because moral victories doesn't sit well with me. I'm a competitor. I want to win every time my team plays, every time I play. So I guess on the bright side, it's so hard for me to come up with some things on the fly because I haven't had a chance to look at the film, but this is off the top of my head. On top of my head, Kendall Fuller with yet another pick. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say it's controversial. It should have went out of bounds. It's not enough to overturn, in my opinion, and the refs did a good job. Now, on the offensive side of the ball, J.D. McKissick looked very well in the passing game. A few good runs. The offensive line actually held up pretty good, except for that play where Kyle Allen got stripped, and obviously it was on Jerron Christian, but at the same time it's still on Kyle Allen for fumbling the ball. But outside of that one play, the offensive line looked really good. Now Sadiq Charles, the second snap of the game, he goes down with the injury, so that's very unfortunate for one Sadiq Charles. We've got to see how severe it is. It didn't look that serious, but I don't think he came back in the game after that. Then on the offensive side of the ball, Terry McLaurin torching the secondary yet again in the short passing game with a couple good grabs across the middle. Kyle Allen did miss him on a touchdown that could have probably put us on the 3-yard line, but I still believe that we scored on that drive. I think we settled for 3, but I don't remember. I think we settled for 3, but that doesn't matter. We lost, guys. I want, as much as I want to give us moral victories. Cam Sims with a nice touchdown grab. Who was it on the other D ball? I think it was Logan Thomas on a one-on-one coverage, nice grab. Now, Kyle Allen did play a good game outside of those turnovers. I would put more specifically the interception on him than the fumble. The interception, he pulled a Dwayne Haskins where he stared down the receiver and they intercepted the ball. He came back from that and we scored. Late in the game, yeah, he fumbled. Okay, he come back and he leads us down to score. So I'm done with moral victories, man. I want, as much as I want to give moral victories out to everyone that played a good game, it doesn't matter because we still lost. This game is on Ron Rivera. I don't want to hear what anyone else has to say. Ron Rivera, you lost us this game, and as much as you didn't want to lose the locker room by keeping the Dwayne Haskins in there, you're losing the locker room by boneheaded mistakes like that. Washington falls to the New York Giants 19-20. More importantly, we go 1-1 in the division, and we're 1-5 with the showdown versus Dallas next week. And hopefully they lose tomorrow, so it can be an even important game. But at the same time, I'm over this. Oh, we can make the playoffs. We're not good enough. From the playing and from the coaches to the players. Isaiah Wright got a little nicked up, and he has a stinger. But I'm gone, man. Hell to the Washington football team. The Washington football team falls 1-5 on the season. Ron Rivera, this game is on you. Like, comment, subscribe, and I forgot before I mentioned the good part. We hit 2,000 subscribers live on stream. I just want to thank you guys for 2,000 subscribers. I'm sorry that Washington couldn't bring in the victory to make this even more sweeter, but we did hit 2,000 subscribers on stream. Thank you guys for all the love and support, and I promise to keep bringing you guys the best Washington football team coverage that I can bring. Hello to the Washington football team. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.